everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over my League Start build that has transitioned into all of the end game. So what we're going to go over today is a quick overview of my Blade Flurry for 3.10. As always, you can find me at twitch.tv/sniper1232. We will have links and timestamps in the description below, so go ahead and check that out if you want to skip ahead. Alright, for clear, I give this build 3 out of 5 mirrors. It is very efficient. It's not the fastest, but it's certainly not the slowest. As for your boss killing potential, 5 out of 5 mirrors on this build. For your survivability, 3 out of 5. There is some wiggle room on there depending on how you spec your ascendancy. Next, for mobility, we use Leap Slam and we have a ton of attack speed, so we give it 4 out of 5 mirrors. Let's go ahead and dig a little deeper into the build itself. Alright, here's the build for the Berserker Blade Flurry Boss Killer. So it's a very general tree. We're just taking a bunch of crit and a bunch of life as much as we can. But where we really utilize the tree to our advantage is on these new cluster jewels. So down here we have Deep Cuts and Martial Momentum. Deep Cuts is the big one that you want to be looking for. Deep Cuts gives you 1 additional impale hit as well as 15% chance to impale enemies with attacks. Next up, we're going to get a medium jewel that feeds into this, which gives us precise focus for some crit multi and some critical strike chance. And the important part, Hex Breaker. Whenever we're channeling, which that's all our skill does is channeling, so we'll be Hex Immune, or Hex Breaker, which gives us immunity to curses, which is really nice for when you're doing more difficult maps. Our small node, we just want to focus on getting some life, and I highly recommend that you get this node right here for 20 maximum life and 10% maximum life. Very huge node. Also, one other small node to make sure is this jewel is Might of the Meek, and what this does is it gives a 50% increased effect of non-keystone passives. Non-keystone passives are these small nodes, so this accuracy node, these strength nodes, and these 2 life nodes, as well as these ones over here, are all getting pumped up by Might of the Meek. Very good, very underrated jewel. Alright, and let's go over our ascendancy. So our ascendancy, we have Rite of Ruin, Crave the Slaughter, Warbringer, and Flawless Savagery. With Warbringer, you want to make sure you're doing your war cry on cooldown, because it's going to give you a 15% chance to deal double damage if you've war cried in the past 8 seconds, as well as having 20% increased attack speed. It's a very, very powerful node, and it was changed recently. I will have the link to this build listed below, so you can just straight up import this build. We are achieving over 9 million DPS with Impale, so absolutely incredible damage numbers for boss. I will show you the items that we are using next. So we have Victory Barb Jewel, or we have some jeweled foils. Each one of these foils is nothing special, 324 fizz, 373 fizz, so very, very mediocre fizz. You can probably get all of this gear, if you're not counting the 6-link Belly of the Beast, is probably around 5x, probably a little more than that, 5 to 10x range, and you'd have numbers like this. You could get away with a get away with a Tabula Rasa and some lesser foils. This is very budget friendly. It's got a little bit of cost to it, but not that much to achieve 9 million Shaper DPS. Our skills that we are using is Blade Flurry. Blade Flurry is going to be linked with Infused Channeling, Conk Effect for boss killing, Increased Area Effect for your mapping, Melee Fizz Damage, Fortify, and Impale. Because of those cluster jewels, we no longer have to use Dread Banner, we get to use War Banner. So I recommend the following: War Banner, Herald of Purity, Flesh and Stone, and Berserk. You can check off Berserk to see your damage. Without Berserk, you're at 6.3 million damage, still a lot, so something to take into consideration. Berserk will spend all your rage and eventually bring it down to 0, but it also gives you a big boost to your survivability. Next up, we have our mobility skill, which is Leap Slam, and we'll be linking it to Endurance Charge on melee stun and faster attacks. We'll be using Enduring Cry, like I was talking about earlier, and then our defensive skill will be Vol Molten Shell with Cast When Damage Taken. Thank you so much for checking out the video. If you like what you saw and you'd like to see some more, or you have some more questions about the build, please stop by my channel at twitch.tv/sniper1232, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you got about the build or the game in general. As a bonus feature, I'm going to go ahead and leave a map that we rolled. It's a tier 16 map, and we juiced it up as hard as we could. So it's a 60% delirious map, and the drops were absolutely insane. So if you want to see some bonus content and see the build in action at some of the hardest content, please check out the video. Until then, stay safe, Exiles, and I'll see you soon. Alright boys, this map is going to be insane. Nice, we got the Cursed Choir to spawn here too. Unique strongbox, nice.
My mana is gone.
Dude, is that Abath? Yep, end of all. Get out of here, Abath. God, asshole. Oh shit, and we got a Conqueror spawn here? Alright, we're gonna be in this map for 9 hours apparently.
Allow me to turn your coins into something.
Oh, I think that's an Exalted Orb that dropped. That's all good, bud. I'm doing a 60% Delirium map with more mods, and you know what to shake at. Look at these mods. I have loot turned off because there's just too much of it right now. I'm on a very strict filter too. This is the funny part.
Might I unburden you of some cumbersome coin? My mana is gone.
Another Exalted Orb. Dude, attack. Oh my god. What the? I'm not sure what happened there. Somehow... Dude, 2 exalts already from this map. Make that 3 exalted orbs from this map. Up here's a boss. Oh, it's the big boy too. Like I said, we wanted to go out with a bang, right? There, big boy's down. Oh, another Aboth. Yep, he did. Oh, all our hits are crits now.
My mana is gone.
Oh my fucking word, dude. I haven't even done the Alva missions yet. I'm not gonna come back in here, so I might as well pick up the loot that's in here. Stupid meatball, no. Another stupid meatball, no. The rest of the map was basically just going around and collecting the rest of the fragments and stuff that drops. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.